Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. And today I'm going to be weighing in on the argument of whether I think boon totems are OP, or they're fine, or whatever, because that's been a hot topic in the DBD community lately, ever since the PTB has been out, that boon totems are either super OP, super strong, or they're like super weak, or just fine, and everybody's overreacting. So how do I feel about boon totems? I err on the side that they are slightly strong, maybe a little too strong, but not enough that, like, it's like a situation where you have a full team of like Dead Hard DS, or you have a full team of Unbreakable Soul Guard. Like, one person or two people on a team having like Dead Hard DS is very strong. It is very strong, but like, it's just kind of like, you know, you can deal with it as killer. It's not like a death sentence if like two people on the team have that. However, if a whole team is running it, it's really strong, because you can't tunnel anybody to get pressure back. Everybody's got a second chance when it comes to either distance or avoiding a hit. Like, as a whole team, like together, if they coordinate and they all have it, that's kind of an issue. It's not even that they have to be in a Swift or a 4-stack. It's just like, if like the DBD community is generally agreed upon that this perk is worth running, then people are just going to be running it and run into each other, and they're all going to have it. I think that's also going to be like a 2-second tangent. I think like there's this assumption in the DBD community that if they're all running like meta perk builds, then they are like together, they're in comms, but like that's not true, just because like people don't like losing, so they always run the meta stuff anyway. Anyways, I think the boon totems, at least the healing one, is in a similar situation. I think the lucky break one is, while really helpful, is not that strong for having to be a full boon. You know what I'm saying? The healing one, I don't think if like one person brings the healing totem and puts it somewhere, that it's the gonna be the end of the world, right? But the thing is, if you start getting multiple people bringing it, you're in a situation where it does start to get really powerful. And that's the reason I have this up today. This is a Reddit post by Magnan, who visualizes all of the boon totem ranges and stuff, and shows how strong it can be. On Mother's Dwelling, which is the biggest map, which I'm not sure if that's true anymore, because DBD was advertising RPD as the biggest map in the game. Is that? I need to check and like see if that's true. But anyways, at least the old biggest map in the game, Mother's Dwelling. Obviously, you can see the boon totem does not have that much of a range. It's still pretty big even for a map as big as Mother's Dwelling, but like, you know, obviously if most of the matches take place over here, you could get like no value out of that. But here's where it starts getting a little scary. Bathroom, hello? Bathroom Preschool, that's like a fourth of the map. That's like a fourth of the map that will be under that effect. Hello? That's, it's pretty scary. Gets even worse. Look at the meatpacking plant. Look at the meatpacking plant. And this is 2 floors, by the way. This is a small map that's 2 floors. Look at that. So, like, in the whole thing that, like, brought this up, right, was that video that Scott, like, covered, where it was, like, you know, they had multiple boon healing totems up, and they were literally healing in between the killer's, like, attack cooldowns, right? And kind of the retort to that was like, hey, that was only under the effect of multiple boon totems. How realistic is that? Look at this map. Look at this map. If more than one person brings it, it's more than likely those totems are going to be overlapping. So basically, any small map, which, you know, small maps are supposed to be like good for killer. Any small map, if more than one person brings the totem or the boon totem, more than likely you're going to be under the effects of more than one boon totem at the same time, which starts creating that situation where it is too strong, where it starts creating a lot of issues. I think even in regards to like Batum, like, realistically, if you're covering a fourth of the map, there's going to be a lot of overlap on the totems if you put it like here, and there's going to be like a Venn diagram-esque looking thing that happens over here, and if you heal there, you are going to be getting those stronger instances of the super healing and that sort of thing. I think, of course, that it's going to be, like, people always say, like, my teammates are so dumb and solo queue. It's like, okay, well, like, I get that your solo queue experiences make you feel about things in the game, but, like, you can't define the strength and understanding of a perk's power based on your bad solo queue experiences. Like, people think that just because they suffer in solo queue means that they have a better idea of, like, what's strong and what isn't in the game because they play one specific and arguably the weakest role in the game, which is a solo queue survivor. They think that that means that, you know, they want the game to be balanced specifically around them, and that's just a bad mindset. Maybe that's a video. Maybe I'll make that video. Maybe that's a video idea. The entitlement of the solo queue survivor. Anyways, that's a tangent. But yeah, even if you like, even on a Batum's pretty big. Even if you get like 2 people coordinating, they can kind of make these super healing corners, you know, or super healing areas, even on a map as big as Batum. And I think that's like why people are worried. I think people that are like going super out of the way to discount people who are worried about the Boon Totem thing are kind of like missing this crucial component of like, because the main argument is that it's not that realistic that multiple Boon Totems will be up at the same time and that sort of thing. You can see by the size of the maps that it's probably more realistic that there will probably be some overlap in a lot of instances, especially if like even just a 2-stack is trying to coordinate that. And I think that it's totally valid to be worried about that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think it's, or it might be, who knows? Like, it's not live servers yet, but I don't think it's going to be like, we're not seeing the next DS or the next Borrowed Time or the next Iron Will. And I think that's like also the jump in logic is like, we're seeing the next meta perk. I'm like, that's not true. I don't think this is going to be the next meta perk. I think it's going to be annoying, very, very annoying, but I don't think it's going to be like the next meta perk. But it's going to be like the same thing, like I said earlier, is like when people bring Unbreakable Soul Guard, it's frustrating if it's one person, but it's not that big of a deal. But when you get 2, 3, 4 people running Dead Hard Unbreakable, or not Dead Hard Unbreakable, Unbreakable Soul Guard, then things start getting really weird and broken. You know, everybody starts running that together. That's when we start running into situations. And I do think for sure that will happen. We will get people, at least in its current form, bringing a bunch of Boon Totems, plopping them everywhere, and cheesing the system. And I think there's a lot of ways you can balance this. Zan, I don't know if they watched my videos, but Zan, you had a really good idea with this. You said that there should be maybe a duration to the Boon Totems. That way that like they're just not infinite for the rest of the match. You could also go with like stacks, right? Like you bring the Boon Totem in, you have 2 or 3 stacks, and you get 2 or 3 placements for those stacks. That way you're not just like, you don't just have this infinite healing corner until the killer goes out of their way from defending gens and chasing to deal with your perk being annoying. You know, so there's plenty of ways you can balance that. But I'm eager to hear what you think and how you feel about Boon Totems. TLDR, how I feel, like I said, is that I don't think it's like the next DS or anything, and it's like gonna break the game. But I do think it's very powerful, and I do think that it's easier to abuse than a lot of perks that, you know, have come out lately. So we got to be careful. But yeah, that's how I feel about it, and I don't think I have anything else for you, friendo. So if you like the video, there is the way to likely like it down here with the thumbs up thing. And if you want to stick around a while, and we're like getting really up there. Like we are powering our way towards that 1,000 subscribers goal. Like you guys are really killing it, and I really appreciate you guys that have subs so far. I really appreciate that. And once again, don't feel compelled to sub. You know, like it, you know, that messes with your YouTube front page, but it's not permanent either. So if it messes with your YouTube front page, you can just get rid of me. You know, like it's also not that committal. It's not that big of a deal. So if you feel like something, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, I don't think anything else for you with this video, and I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you when I see you, friend. Goodbye.